Hey guys, I'm Pranvin Nissan and today I'll be talking about I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. So, a few days ago, one of my viewers left a comment recommending this book to me, and I think it was Yashwant. Thank you, Yashwant. I found this book to be very endearing, entertaining, and enlightening at the same time, and I've decided to give this book a 4 on 5 stars. So, without any further delay, let's talk about what I thought about this book, what this book is about, and just the basic plot and theme of it. So, I Wish You All the Best is a YA contemporary coming of age novel and it centers around 18-year-old Ben DeBucker. It's New Year's Eve and Ben DeBucker has just come out to their parents as non binary. So, people who don't know, a non-binary person is a person who doesn't identify with the gender that they were assigned to at the time of their birth. So their gender identity cannot be categorized as male or female. It's out of the spectrum. It's out of that spectrum. I mean, there are many gender identities out there, like a man, female, man, woman, like non-binary, pan-gender, agender, two-spirit, third spirit. There are so many genders out there, and Ben identifies themselves as non-binary, and they expect a very welcoming and accepting reaction from their parents because parents are the people who are supposed to love you and accept you unconditionally, no matter what gender you identify with or what sexuality you identify with. But Ben's parents are extremely conservative and narrow minded, and they are very angry that their son is non binary. And they kick Ben out of their house with nothing, no money, no mobile phone, just the clothes on their back. And terrified and traumatized, Ben calls their sister Hannah, who they haven't spoken to in the past 10 years. And Hannah comes and picks up Ben and takes them to her house, to her husband, Thomas. And Thomas is a teacher in the local high school and he helps enroll Ben into the high school to finish the last semester of their school. So in school, Ben is very introverted and they are having a crippling social anxiety that doesn't let them go out of their shell, but they come across Nathan Allen. Nathan Allen is one of their classmates and he is this incredible, optimistic, cheery, ever smiling sunshine of a boy, and he decides to take Ben under their wing and just help them out through the last semester of high school and just be there for them and be their friend. And I was so jealous of Ben that they found Nathan because we all need a Nathan in our lives. Nathan is just incredible, and so is Ben. So this book is the journey of Ben DeBarker, their coming out, their struggles with their identity, their struggles with people accepting them or rejecting them for something so basic and primal like gender. This book was very eye-opening and enlightening because I I don't use I not usually I have never come across, I mean, I came across books but I never read a book with a non-binary protagonist. I read books where protagonists were asexual, pansexual, bisexual, straight, gay, lesbians and all, but not a non-binary protagonist, and I'm very glad that I read this book because it was quite informative, like the kind of pronouns you use to address a non-binary person. It's they and them, if you didn't know, and how you can hurt a person by misgendering them. And I think that you all need to read this book at least once in your lifetime. This is a book you read not for the plot or for the characters or for anything else, but you need to read this book to, like, become more empathetic, become more open minded, and accepting of everyone out there in the world. It's an effort we need to make as a humanity and humankind to make every one of us feel included and loved and accepted. So, this entire story is told from the point of view of Ben. So, you get to see their thought process that went into coming out to your parents, to their parents, and how horrible it feels to be rejected by the people closest to you. But it also shows you how lovely it is to be accepted and loved for what you are by everyone around you, by your friends and siblings and sisters and brothers. And it shows you that you deserve the people who accept you for who you are, and you deserve to love yourself and be yourself no matter what anyone thinks of you, no matter what your parents think of you, what your siblings think of you, what your classmates think of you. You are going to live for you, and you are going to be the gender, and you're going to have the sexuality which you are most comfortable with. And this book teaches you what it's like to have social anxiety, depression, and such a strong introverted nature. Ben was always an introvert, but after their rejection, it's like the introvert turned into something like anxiety, social anxiety, where they couldn't bring themselves out of their shell and trust other people or come out to other people, other than it was other than when the situation was like demanded their coming out. And they make this friend called Miriam. Miriam is another non-binary person. She They are a blogger and they are Ben's best friend, and they help Ben through this transition and this unstable time in their lives. And you get to see how it's like to have a friend as amazing as Nathan, and you also get to see the struggles which you don't see as a like you don't see on a daily basis. Like, I identify myself as a woman, and when I go to shopping malls or clothing shops, I go to the female section and shop for myself, and if I'm feeling like it, I go to the male section and shop for myself. But it's not that easy when you don't identify yourself as just a man or a woman, like male or female, because most of our shopping malls and trial rooms and any other clothing shops or boutiques are firmly divided into men and women sections, and it is not that easy for a 18-year-old kid who's just come out like with who's just come out to like nobody, and they have to walk into a clothing store and there are so many choices for women, and they have to just stick to the male section because that is what is expected of them. It was very sad to read, and it's very sad to see how we've genderized even colors, that pink is for women and blue is for men. And what if I want to use another color, or if a man wants to use another color? Or it's so wrong that how we've genderized and everything, clothes, food, and colors, and almost everything out there. And this book is an effort to making gender a void. Like, what is gender? It's just what you identify yourself with. It's not that important, and it's definitely not important enough to reject a person or hate a person over. And I think you all need to make this effort of reading this book so that you can learn this for yourself and be more open and open-minded towards people in the world, and learn to be kind and empathetic for all the different kinds of people out there. And I'm very glad that I came across this book. Thank you, Yashwant. And other than finding this book quite endearing and cute, it was quite enlightening also to see life and people through the eyes of a person who is an introvert. I mean, I'm an introvert too, but Ben is another level of introvert, and it's very easy to get frustrated with introverts because they are so into themselves and they seem very serious and selfish, and I don't know, like superior kind of thing and scary thing. But introverts are just people who are very anxious to speak to other people, and it's easy to get frustrated with them. But when you read a book or see a movie which is from the point of view of an introvert, you get to see how hard it is for people with anxiety and depression and introverted in nature to come out and put themselves out there and be vulnerable. So it gives you empathy, teaches you to be kind to everyone, no matter what clothes they wear, no matter what gender they identify themselves with, no matter what their sexuality. It's a good book, and I hope you will all read it and be enlightened and entertained just as much as I was. And that's it. Until the next video, goodbye.